Oh, this is me, Dark Meta. Look, had a real late night last night, still grinding, trying to get shit done. Not good. Fucking nothing just miraculously fucking manifested and just, oh, everything's solved. So life continues. Going forward in life, okay, been trying to do this job for, it's like 6 or 7 days now. And it's one of these jobs where it's kind of just being drawn out and it's just kind of there. Okay, and then we'll kind of get to it. And it's like, oh, well, and then I just receive a correspondence and it's like I'm expected to just poof, materialize. Like I'm just sitting here staring in that direction, sitting in a chair, staring. Oh, there's the call. Been sitting here for 17 hours. Hello? Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll be right there. Job. Or alternatively, people, what do? You sit there and you're like, okay, dude's not calling. We can't just keep sitting here. If he doesn't call in the next however long, we have to leave. I called him and left a message. What else can we do? We can't just sit here the rest of our lives. Very fucking simple. Happens constantly. Okay, what's next? What's going to happen? Well, we're waiting on whoever to get here. Okay, well, where is he? Did something happen? Well, we're going to have to make other plans if they don't show up. But what happened? Hey, where's the mortgage? Where's your phone bill? Well, I was waiting for my friend to get here, and it was like 2 weeks ago. I'm not here yet. So I've been staring at the wall for fucking 2 weeks straight and didn't die somehow. Weird. Must be a time loop. I'm in a fucking void. So don't let people railroad you, and it's not necessarily like they're bulldozing you and it's like, get the, oh, we're going to knock this guy down and I'm going to take advantage of him. No. Plus, taking advantage of something or someone is not always bad. It just has a general negative connotation, and that's the first thing our brain wants to see or hear. Is this good or bad? Is that a danger or no? Take advantage of me as much as you possibly can. That's like my mission in life, is for you to take advantage of me. It does sound weird out loud, doesn't it? Well, what do you mean? What do you mean, Meta? Well, I'm an IT guy. Take advantage of me. I'm here in the office from 9 to 5. If you have a problem you need solved, I am the solution. Take very well advantage of that solution, which is me. Okay? Now, getting one over on someone, scamming, conning, grifting them, lying to them, deceiving them is something else. Which, in that case, you can also take advantage of someone and be dishonest. Just like you can shake someone's hand and smile and be fake and lie and have bad intentions and deceive them, or you can shake their hand and be honest. So why don't handshakes have, negative? Take advantage? Oh, he's taking advantage of him. She's taking advantage of her. She's taking advantage of him. He's taking advantage of her. Have you heard anyone ever say, oh my God, he's like shaking hands with the guy? Oh man, dude, we got to let him know. Yeah, this guy's been shaking hands with you, dude. Really? Yeah, he's been taking advantage of you. How? It's words anyway. Utilize it's just semantics, but that's my point. I'm pointing out the semantics of it, which we use so commonly. Anyway, the purpose of this broadcast, ironically, I chose this picture. My coffee here. Don't let people just have you on the side, because the way you establish the first contact is going to set the precedent. If you're just like, oh, whatever, I'll just work for whatever, they're going to try to give you the cheapest, absolute, most basic thing ever. If you establish that, I usually get 30 an hour, but I'd work for 20, and then they're like, oh man, I mean, I could do like 15. You're like, I can't even go that low. I could do like 17. Then you're already putting them on the other side of the fence. They're not in the castle with the defensive turret, and you're outside the door. You're both on equal playing field. Now you're inside the door, and it's like, I mean, you do need the work done. I don't need you. I do good work. You need me. You don't say that necessarily, but kind of the way I put it to this client was, I wasn't specific enough. He had my full attention and time and my window, like, for that period of time in that day. And I said, 24 hours a day, I'll just be on call here if anything ever else comes up. If I'm doing something else, let me know. I wasn't extremely specific about it. You have to be precisely explicit, extremely specific. You must be, even if you might think it's mundane. That was not a mundane detail, Michael. That was not a mundane detail, Michael! Shit! Can't pay my rent now because I didn't tell the guy a sentence. By the way, I have to go and do this thing. If I'm not around, I'll let you know. Like, it's same in relationships that, well, I'll let you know if I'm around, if I can get to you. Same in sales. It's just a mind fuck. Not a bad way. It's like a mind fuck. Like, your brain takes it a certain way. Like, your mind is being fucked. You see something, looking at a tree is a mind fuck. Like, your mind is being fucked. You're like, oh wow, because you're taking in input and fucking creating it in a computer kinda system in your brain that is kinda like a computer. You're interpreting it, and it's like, oh wow, trust me, bro, that's a tree. Oh wow, that's a mind fuck right there. It isn't really there. It's there, but not the way we see it. So, if I gave you $1 million, that would be a mind fuck. Like, whoa, like your brain would be like, shit. Anyway, so the client, the last time we talked, it got too late. Okay, so this is where it began. This is where it started. You have to see it creeps in. Same with the domain. It creeps in, encroachment on who's leaning on who. Am I holding you up and you're leaning? Because we're going to lean on each other, go back and forth. But I'm not going to steadily stand here. You're leaning on me the whole time. If I can't lean back on you, I'll be too tired and fall over. And that's metaphorically, figuratively, that will happen. But the falling over will be, like I said, you can't make rent now because one sentence. The last thing we said, see, for me, if we don't make a concrete plan, okay, and then I don't hear from you, my brain is like reset to default. We're back at zero, like we never planned anything, because we didn't. We might do something in the future. Okay, well, when it's concrete, then it's a for sure thing. But now, thinking, oh, okay, I just have to pay him this much, and I can call him anytime I want. His life, I don't have to even check, hey, are you available? Are you around? Not to say that it's disrespectful or that they're treating you like shit or that they don't care. It's just the way of the world. How important are you? Okay, you're not going to be like, yeah, watch this. I'm going to send a text to Elon Musk. If he doesn't text me back, I'm not being his fucking friend anymore. He better text back by 9 o'clock. I'm going to tell him too. Motherfucker, you better fucking text back by 9 fucking o'clock, or I'm fucking not going to be your fucking friend anymore. Buddy guy, don't call me pal, friend. Chief, all right, Captain. Fucking, what was I saying? I really doubt it. However, someone who is like a worker of his, and he texts them, and they make $250,000 a year, and he says, hey, if you don't fucking get to work by like fucking 7 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, you're fucking fired. You don't text me back within 14 nanoseconds. I retroactively texted you like in 8 nanoseconds. I invented time travel like 20 years in the future, came back, changed the past so I wouldn't miss your text, sir. Like you're the court jester, you know. That's the end of the spectrum, the extreme side of it. Are you the jester or the king? Or are there two countrymen in the room discussing options which will be mutually beneficial that they can each take advantage of each other for? Or one is taking advantage of the other's services or goods or products, and that's the extent of it. Okay, are you there? Are you available? And I just call any company in the world, send them a text, be here at 7 a.m. tomorrow, do the back. Who would show up? What? Plus, they don't even know what I'm talking about. Do the back. Do what? We didn't go over specifics. You know, so you got to kind of put your foot down in the beginning and set that precedent and establish you're not dealing with a tiny village with spears. We're established. We have infrastructure. You might want to call and try to see if you can set up a meeting if we have time. And it's not to say reverse it on them and you be just the king and they're the jester and it's like, oh no, you're on my time, buddy. No, it's inquire, back and forth, communicate what is happening. Okay. But don't tell me, you know, the last thing we say, okay, we'll get up tomorrow. We'll try to get something done. You want to try, because something fell through. There was miscommunication, which was not my fault. He said he'd call me when he got back from his thing he was doing. Didn't call. I'm waiting, okay? So I'm doing my own stuff. It's an emergency. I need to make that money. But I didn't keep calling and calling and calling him in that particular instance for reasons. So I'm doing other stuff. The next day was like, okay, this is too much. I have to make it happen. Then it was the next day, made a couple bucks, got something to eat, you know, this and that. Okay, so, all right, well, that whole day got messed up, which was a really big bummer. I really needed to make that yesterday. Now today is fucked up. Now tomorrow's going to be fucked up. It bleeds into the next day. And it's a cascading fucking butterfly effect. Okay? Fucking Final Destination, meta, dark. Fucking, you know. One little thing. It's not like, oh, well, it'll be there later. No, because there's no there for it to be. Now you have to do that shit. 2 hours. You can't just run out the door. Oh, well, fuck it. I'll just deal with it at work. No. You have to be ready for the fucking trail, for the fucking mountain, for the fucking storm. Whatever the case is a metaphor. If you're not prepared, you can't just run out, oh, well, I'll just buy shoes on the way to work somewhere and try to, maybe I can book a labor gig barefoot on the way to work, make money, get to the store, buy shoes and socks. All within what? And then be on time and okay, I'm hungry. Okay, I don't have any food. And okay, I gotta go find a labor job and eat food so I can eat lunch at work where I'm making money because I don't get paid till Friday. And then when I do, the money's gone before I can even get it in my hands. It's electronic. I don't even get to see cash I earned. Come on, man. I can't fucking go out the house with the cash I don't have. Anyway, I just get a text. I didn't even look at my phone. You're assuming I'm looking at my phone constantly like it's some ex-girlfriend that fucking, oh, did she call? Did they text? No, dude, I'm not sitting in a room fucking staring at the wall waiting for the phone call on a red phone. Like someone's tied up in the basement and I gotta get the call to save them. No, dude. And I'm not tilted about it. It's just I'm explaining how it is. So when I called, and it's like, okay, I called an hour later because they didn't answer. Hey, what's up? We're starting fresh at 0, nothing, default, baseline. Like nothing concrete was said or planned, and I didn't have an obligation. You didn't have an obligation. It was left up in the air. You can't just magically decide, here's a concrete thing, now this for sure, and then you are going to show up and I'm just randomly saying it now without even confirming or asking. It is actually kind of disrespectful because you're not even given the respect of like, hey, is this person busy? Maybe they're important. Hey, maybe each person in the world is extremely important to themselves. Maybe they're the most important person. Guess what? You are the most important person in the world to yourself, even if you don't think you are, because you have to put your fucking life preserver on before you can put others on. You have to, eat your slice of pizza before you serve others, because you just have to. That's the rules. You put your fucking air mask on before you put the guy's air mask on next to you. You do not put their fucking air mask on when yours is not on. You help yourself first. You put your fucking life jacket on, then you help others put theirs on. Okay? That's the way it goes. All right, you sip your coffee. Now I can brew you some emergency coffee. Yeah, I just get a text. Oh, what's up, man? What's going on? What do you mean? Oh, I didn't say it that way. I'm thinking, what do you mean? I already kind of felt that this was going to happen because I knew. I could see the road it was traveling down. So now today's shot as far as that, and I'm starting from default, and it's like 2 o'clock, or no, it's like 3 something, because I was up late last night, couldn't sleep, had to do a bunch of shit. My back is killing me. My spine is getting even worse now because of how I'm sleeping. I had to make a better bedroll. It could be way better, but it was just too late, and I was exhausted, and I just put it down. It was good enough. There's never enough time to fucking prepare for everything and think of it. And these systems are constantly changing and evolving. Then you have to adapt to and create that new system on the fly while utilizing it. Like beta testing a product while it's being sold to consumers. But it's the final product and it's in their homes and they're relying on it. And you're like, well, I mean, we'll fix it if it breaks. It's always broken. Well, no, it's supposed to be if it breaks. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it. And anyway. Yeah, just text me at 6 a.m., which is insane to be like, I mean, we didn't talk last night. Do I have plans? Do I have a life? Do I have other things? Like, do I exist? It's kind of like, what the fuck? Is it a dog in a cage? I can open the cage anytime I want and put them back in? No, dude. So, yeah, getting a text at 6 a.m. is not going to cut it saying, hey, go to the thing and do stuff. I don't even know what stuff, first of all. Do what? Are you going to be there? Plus, I'm not going to just show up without talking to someone unless it's already been discussed. It was just vaguely mentioned, like, oh, that's kind of a thing I need to do in the back. Look, there is that thing and what's inside of it. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know what's in there. It's not like, oh, here's the materials, that's what you're going to do, that and that goes there, and oh, okay, I know what to do. Okay, hey, go do that thing. Okay, cool, I'll go do that thing. We know what it is. No, it was just go to the place, go to the house, do this thing at 3. Or no, at 1. So I called back at 3, and he was like surprised. Like, yeah, dude, it's time to wake up to that. It's time to understand that, like, well, no, no. It's, no. I'm just as important in the equation to you as you are to me. Maybe not. You might not need me in particular to do that work as much as I particularly need that specific work. But that's besides the point. You hire someone to work at McDonald's, you can't just treat them like a piece of shit. You hire them to build $1 million house, you can't just treat them like a piece of shit. You can't. You can't. If you have a slave, you can just treat them like a piece of shit. Well, if during slavery times in Minecraft, allegedly. But yeah,